Yo guys, what is up and welcome back to the return of F1 2019 Career Mode. We are back once again by popular demand for another episode here today, and this is round 4 for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. If you guys missed round 3 at China, then go watch the video by clicking the link in the top right hand corner of the screen, and yeah, hopefully you guys can go watch that race and see exactly what happened around Shanghai before we get down to business here at Baku. But first and foremost, I want to quickly apologise for not doing a video yesterday on the channel. I try to keep my content daily, but yesterday I was just super tired because I was out the night before, and also yesterday I had to prioritise and focus on practicing for a league race, my return to online racing for the AOR League. So I'll have a video that hopefully on the channel maybe tomorrow if I'm lucky, so you guys can go see that. But for now, we're going to focus on career mode and the task in hand. This weekend, of course, you can see on screen we have no rain expected. Also, in terms of upgrades, we have 2 more upgrades on the car for the durability, one for the ICE, the other one for the turbo. And in terms of other teams' upgrades, no one's really improved coming into this race, and yeah, everything stays pretty much status quo moving into round 4 of the season. But we're now going to move into qualifying here at Baku, and we're going to see exactly how things get underway this weekend in qualifying. And I can tell you straight off the bat, my best run in this qualifying session was actually my first one, because it didn't quite go according to plan, and I lacked a little bit of pace around here, especially over one lap. So I'll explain in a moment, but first of all, we're going to focus on this lap. So as usual, I'm going to leave you guys with the full lap, uncommentated with maximum sound, so enjoy the lap, guys. And there we go, up to the line, and we do go 5th place, about 4 tenths off Perez's lap, which is not great, you know, by Ferrari standards. We've got a lot more pace in the tank. I did go for a second attempt. You can see he was currently about 2.5 tenths up on this lap. He actually started off really well, and you know, knowing there was 2.5 tenths in the tank at one point was really good. We eventually lost all of that as the second sector progressed, and then we made a mistake, locked up on entry, hit the wall, and lost our front wing on the corner there against the wall. And at that point I was like, you know what, we dropped outside the top 10, and if I'd set a good lap, I probably only would have maybe gotten 7th, 8th or 9th, something like that. And I know for a fact around this circuit, the medium soft tyre strategy in the race is much stronger. So I instead decided to give my teammate a helping hand, give him a bit of a tow on his lap, and hopefully help him out. And all I did was just hit the track to make sure there was no glitch lap time set, and we came back to the pit lane and gave up on that final run. I just went out the mediums to make sure we saved a set of fresh softs for the race tomorrow, and it is going to mean we qualify down in 14th place, which is, of course, is very surprising. But look how close the grid is. You know, I'm 14th, and we know we're less than 8 tenths apart, so it's really competitive. Verstappen did get pole. I did help Kvyat, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. Verstappen also had a tow of his own, and he just edged it. But you can see Kvyat and Verstappen won much quicker than anybody else here today. And yeah, us personally, we tried our best, but I wasn't happy with, trying to qualify. I know I could have improved by about 2 tenths, and that would have put me in and around 9th place. And, if you're starting in 9th on the soft tyres, you're going to be in a bit of a disadvantage when it comes to the strategy starting that far back. So I've taken a hit, and I'm taking a big gamble, but hopefully it pays off. And, yeah, fingers crossed we can turn it around in the race. But in terms of qualifying, you can see they've got Verstappen and Kvyat in the front row. Then we've got Hamilton and Perez on the second for Racing Point. Then it's Magnussen and Russell. Then further down it's Leclerc and Sainz. And then Gasly and Bottas rounding out the top 10. P10, and outside of that we do have Alex Albon in P11 in the second Haas ahead of Hulkenberg, with Sebastian Vettel and myself on the 7th row. Then we've got Raikkonen and Giovinazzi, both Mercedes, right behind, with Norris, Grosjean, Stroll, Ricciardo rounding out the top 20, and your grid for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We're now going to move into the race. Right, so here we are then on the grid for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, starting down in 14th place. It wasn't a great qualifying. I could have, like I said, gone for another set of soft tyres, but the reality is I felt like there was more potential in this strategy, and for me to qualify 8th, 9th or 10th on a soft tyre, I'd rather start outside and get the free choice and go onto the mediums. Now, this isn't the strategy I'm going for. The game won't allow me to go medium soft in terms of the selection, so I've got medium hard for now, but I am going to try and go medium soft in terms of the tyre strategy. So I'm going to try and drag these medium tyres to about lap 16 to 18 and then go soft tyres to the finish. In terms of fuel, we're running 1.2 laps extra and there's no rain expected here today. The conditions should improve as the race goes on and we should finish in some nice bit of sunshine, but until then we're going to focus on the race here in overcast conditions, and the first order of business is to try and get a good start in the mediums and try and be aggressive and make our way into the top 10 as soon as possible, and hopefully find some clean air and try and set the lap times on these tyres. So let's jump into it, let's get racing, and fingers crossed we could try and turn this around here for round 4 of the season for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Right, here we go, let's build up the revs, get ready for the 5 red lights here at Baku. Lights out and away we go, and it's a good start from us. The Alfa Romeo there, Sebastian Vettel off to a flyer on the soft tyres. We're going to take it nice and easy here through turn 1. We are on the slower compounds. I don't want to overcommit. Raikkonen getting around the outside at turn 1. We are going to go back down the inside though at turn 2. And we just about get our nose back in front of the Mercedes as we now make our way down towards turn number 3. We should be keeping the Mercedes behind, and we do. As we brake hard for turn 3, easy to run to the back of someone, so we've got to be careful. Side by side, Vettel and Haas in front of us. Just all over the back of the Renault here of Nico Hulkenberg. We've got the switchback on him. Let's see if we can get him, not quite, as we go into the chicane. Looking around the outside, but no way through. We're going to try and get a switchback through here. Nice clean bit of traction, but we're not close enough, so we have to yield for now and hang back. But like I said, we can make progress with P14 as it stands. If I can at least be the lead car in the mediums, which is what I want. We've got Hulkenberg and the Haas in front of Vettel, at least from what I can tell on mediums. I'm not sure there's anybody else, but we need to make progress here. So let's try and get past Nico as soon as possible. Vettel and the Haas side by side here. They're losing a lot of time. I might have a chance of a triple overtake if I play my cards right here. We have got a good amount of straight line speed as we make our way through the chicane. Looks like Hulkenberg's boxed in. I'm going to use that to try and make a move. Oh my god, that's so close, but we do squeeze through. Here we go. Triple overtake. That's what I'm talking about. Getting past everybody straight away. Down towards turn 1, and we make the move. I'm going to keep my car in the middle of the track to avoid someone going on the inside into the first corner, but we do make the triple overtake stick, and that's exactly what we needed. Up to P11. Now, can we pull away and drop these guys? I want to try and get myself onto the back of the cars in front, who have actually pulled away quite a bit. They're all on soft tyres, so I am now the lead medium tyre runner in this race. Well, let's see if we have pace to catch up to Bottas in front of us in P10 and try and reconnect to the point scoring positions. Seems like Kvyat could be in trouble. He's at the front of this train. Unfortunately for us, Verstappen has hit the front and he's already walking away with it, so Verstappen's going to win this race unless something happens to him. Maybe he retires or something, because unfortunately Kvyat couldn't make anything happen at the start. Dare I say, Kvyat may have damage. Either way, we've done it in a good lap here, and we've opened up a nice gap to Vettel. He's still within DRS range, so he will have DRS on the next lap, but I think we've done enough to keep him far enough behind that he won't challenge us on the straights. Let's see if we can get to the back of Bottas by the end of the lap. That would be perfect. Seb's right on my gearbox. He has kept up quite well, to be fair. It seems like he has got good pace on the soft half. He's going to get the run here with DRS. I'm going to let him go, but he is struggling to match me right when it matters with straight line speed. He's going to go to the inside. He's going to lose momentum though. Can we hold on to this around the outside? All the way around the outside of turn 1. Nicely done, but Vettel's still there. I'll have DRS now for the next straight, so we'll let Seb take this and we'll try and get straight back past on this straight with DRS. Here we go. He's saving energy, which is going to help. We're going to go to the outside. And there we go. Nice little move. Running a little bit hot on the brakes, but we get it slowed down. Let's see if I can get onto DRS of Bottas this lap. This has to be a really important thing. Now we need to try and get there as soon as possible. We're getting close. Sebastian's 1.5 behind. He's really dropped off on that last lap. Seems like he may have been running in a higher engine mode to hang on to the back of me, but he doesn't quite have the pace. So we're now edging towards these guys. I will definitely have DRS at the end of this lap, so let's see what happens now. Right then, we're on the back of Bottas. Let's see if we can make a move here. Bottas isn't right on the gearbox of his teammate, so he may be vulnerable. Let's see if I can get nice and close before the DRS is enabled. This is my chance. This little bit of straight. Here we go, we're gaining. Look at the speed we've got in this Ferrari. We are running very low wings compared to everybody else. I'm going to pull to the right hand side because I want the tow from the cars in front to help me get this overtake done. And there we go, personal best in the process. Easy move on Bottas, up into the points now, into the top 10. We're making good progress here. Carlos Sainz up next in the other McLaren. Oh, yellow flag. I think it's Sebastian Vettel behind us. Yes, it is. Seb slowing down. We have our first retirement of the race here today. And it's an Alfa Romeo. Let's see if there's a safety car or VSC that gets triggered from that. But there's confirmation. Looks like there won't be from the looks of it. So we continue on. Personal best middle sector. I'm trying to push here to get myself onto the back of Carlos. But he's definitely a bit further ahead than Bottas was this time last lap, and he seems to have a nice tow from the racing point, so I don't think we're making a move just yet. I'm going to refrain from using rich mix just to save the little bit of fuel we have for later on in the race. I'm definitely going to try and go for the fastest lap once we run the soft tyres to try and get an extra point. Personal best once again. Battling in front, continues. But this is okay. At the minute on strategy, I've got the pace to beat all these guys and at least be second place finish in this race on this strategy that we're on, so hopefully we can make it work. Okay, there's a bit of a separation starting to happen now in this train of cars. I need to start making some progress. So we're going to try and focus on getting a move done on Carlos Sainz as we absolutely nail that corner. This time we are closer to the McLaren. But these guys are starting to cost me some time, and I'm starting to feel the advantage of the medium tyre. So we are going to try and get this move done this time. I am closer. Going to try and use the chicane to use some momentum. Carlos is saving energy, so this is my chance to get past the second McLaren. Here we go, DRS looks like cars are pitting in, so we're going to use that. To the outside we go. Just about getting it slowed down on the brakes there, came in with a lot of momentum. Went up to third place. And we managed to stay within Russell's DRS as well, which is crucial. We make a mess of turn 2, but luckily for us, we have DRS and we have full power available, so I'm going to stay in front. Yes, we do. There we go. Carlos had a look. Oh, I've run that in a bit hot. Oh, we just avoided the wall. Big mistake there. Big mistake under pressure. Well, after that lost time, we've recovered quite nicely. We're only 1.3 down on my personal best, so I've had a good middle sector, and I've got myself back into DRS range of Carlos. We're going to walk past him this time. He's going to box anyway, so it's going to be an easy move. We'll go to the outside to avoid the contact, but we're already alongside even before DRS as the remaining cars pit in. So now these laps are very important. We've got Verstappen behind, and he's on the hard tyre, so we're going to see what the pace is like. But Verstappen is the net race leader. He's almost a pit stop ahead of us, so I don't think we can challenge him here today unless I can somehow pull away on this tyre and then keep bringing him in on the soft tyre later on. But these laps are important. I've got to try and be the fastest man on track with very worn tyres now. Last couple of laps the pace has been good. I've done 2 personal best first sectors, and then we missed out in the final one because of DRS on my personal best lap. Otherwise I'd be doing personal best every single lap, so the pace is good. And that's the thing, we're not stopping, we're staying out. Tyres still feel okay, so we're going to go to lap 18 and strap on a set of soft tyre boots. I've still got 1 fresh set available, which is why I didn't use my last run in qualifying to save a set. We're doing identical laps to Verstappen, and if we're matching Verstappen, it means we're faster than everybody else, so this is good for us in terms of the overcut. It's working out well. Still doing okay, pace is still good. Verstappen's actually keeping the same pace. If anything, we actually pulled away a little bit on the last lap, so just got to keep it going. It's going well. Right, here we go. We're going to box in on this lap. It's been a fantastic first stint. Turn the engine down, soft tyre selected. Easy does it on the pit entry. Now get it also down to 80, and there we go. Right, Verstappen retakes first place. We're not going to hit the soft tyres and push hard to the finish. 2.1, fantastic stop. Hamilton's going to probably get ahead of us, but I'm not quite sure if Hamilton's by himself or he has traffic. At the minute, it's looking good for us to rejoin in second place. And oh my god, we've absolutely... Yep, no worries. It wasn't even close. We've walked over everybody. We're easily in second place. It wasn't even close. I know Hamilton was battling. I saw his name tag flashing up with Kvyat loads of times. So those guys were battling hard, but oh my god, we have overcut everybody. One of the best overcuts I've ever done. The pace was so good every single lap on that stint. That was perfect. Damn it. That's not good. My own teammate, he's going to drop through the order and lose us points. Typical. All last season we had the most unreliable car in terms of durability. We had no upgrades yet. Kvyat had no issues, but now we put upgrades on. Within 4 races he already has issues. Otherwise we're going to focus on picking up the purple lamp. So head down, maximum push now as we try and catch Verstappen. We ain't doing nothing, mate. We're going to the finish. We're in a different race to you. This has been an absolute abomination of a lap. Like, this has been a perfect outlap. Nearly 3 seconds up on my previous personal best. We're going to smash the fastest lap. And I've got to say, we've made a massive dent into Verstappen. We'll have a look at that in a second. Let's see what it is. As I expected. Right, head down, got to keep pushing. It's not over yet. I may have a chance of catching Verstappen in this race. We're closing in on Verstappen. 7.3 is the gap. I don't think we're going to be able to catch him up though. Don't have enough laps and these tyres won't hold on for long enough. Shame, but he just got a bit too far away unfortunately, and by hitting the front early on in the race he just broke away. That's good news for us as Kvyat gets back up to speed. Hopefully, whatever has happened to him, he's got a couple of laps to try and recover and make up for lost time. Here we go then, into the last brake zone of the lap. Verstappen in the end is going to win. I backed off, didn't bother turning the engine up. I thought I'd save the engine a little bit for the future races once I realised I couldn't catch him. But it has been a very dominant win from Verstappen and a very dominant second place from us with 13 seconds clear of Lewis Hamilton, which is pretty damn comfortable. So we did our best, we just lacked a bit, and ultimately qualifying let us down. But once again, damage limitation as we come home for second place and the fastest lap here at Baku, and I'll take that.
Great drive, great drive. We're really happy with that performance.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently. It's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be proud of the victory they secured here.
Right, so looking at the final race results then, Verstappen wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix ahead of ourselves, and Lewis Hamilton picking up a podium, which is quite rare for him to be fair, but a good performance from Lewis. And then further down we've got Gasly P4, Magnussen P5, Perez in 6th, Kvyat in 7th, Raikkonen P8 with Sainz in 9th, and Hulkenberg rounding out the top 10 here today. We also pick up the fastest lap, so 1 extra point for us here today, and yeah, we did the best we could considering our grid position and poor qualifying. But in terms of the standings after that race, Verstappen leads the championship by 20 points, and Kvyat is still in 3rd place even with those car issues here today. Hamilton P5 and Magnussen up to P6, those guys jumping up the order. Russell dropping down a little bit there for Red Bull. And in terms of the constructors, we are just 7 points behind Red Bull, so that battle is still well and truly on, and hopefully we can try and continue to chase those guys and hopefully, fingers crossed, win the championship. But either way guys, that is it for the race here today, and we're now going to move into the next race at Spain. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, subscribe for daily Formula 1 content guys, and also turn notifications so don't miss any future content from me. Also finally check out these 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them. But other than that guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one very soon for the Spanish Grand Prix. But until then, it's goodbye from me.